have done things differently? Do you think or feel that you caused all that's happened to you?
Well, of course. I wish I could have changed so many things. I wish I could have changed so many things in the past. I mean, like I said, I've always been saying that I'm not really a fan of coming out to your loved ones, but it happens, and I think, I mean, life goes on. There's nothing you can do about it.
So true.
I mean, I wish I hadn't done. If you have read my story, I wish in which I took somebody to the police station, and that was how my dad got to find out.
Read
so
about
I
that.
wish I never did all of that, but I was young, I was naive, stupid. So, and we found out. I wish I could change some things, but since I can't change them, I mean, life goes on.
Of course, it does. I'm gonna take a quick time out now and then come back. I'll be on No Strings. I'm Mike Damon. I'll take a jiffy. Come back. I'm still gonna be talking to TefLondon right after this. He can be your best friend. You're alive. Someone you can talk to. He's Mike Damon. Relax. Unwind. Take the tension off as you listen to Mike Damon here on No Strings. Visit www.nostrings.wordpress.com. You're listening to No Strings. Hi, welcome back to No Strings, and I'm Mike Damon. No Strings is Nigeria's first LGBT podcast. We are still talking to TefLondon, not real names though. Tef, you're welcome again. Welcome back, of course, to No Strings. So Tef, tell us, are you considering change as an option now? And do you think it is even possible?
Okay, your question is very funny. Changing. Well, it's a tricky question, to be honest with you. Actually, I'm considering it, but in as much as I know it's almost impossible. Let me just say I'm taking the day as it comes, day after day. Like you said, it's a consideration. I'm just considering it, but that doesn't mean I'm going to do it. I've been trying for a few years, but it was not just possible. And let me just say, like I said, I'll just take the day as it comes. I'll take the day as it comes. I don't know what God has in store for me. I'll take the day as it comes. Your question is a tricky question. I don't really know what to say on this. Here you get. So let me just leave that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tef, for answering that. Now, your sexuality, for you, do you think it's natural, or maybe something happened, and as a result, you have concluded that it must be the reason why you are the way you are?
Well, this is another tricky question. I think, like, your questions are getting trickier. Okay. Well, actually, I remember very well. Recently, I remember very well when I was in my primary school. Like, I used to like this girl. Like, I remember when we would sit together and I wish our laps were touching each other. But then when I got to secondary school, I got raped. By my seniors, telling me to something. I was young. Then there was this close family friend of mine. He was white. He used to do it too. And then I was doing it with my cousin. So to be honest, I don't really know at what point. I don't know if I was born this way or I was converted or anything. I don't really know. But I know at some point I used to like girls and girls only. But then after a while, I don't know. So I don't really know the answer to that question.
So sad. I'm truly sorry. I'm truly sorry. So sad. Such a sad story. It's always that, right? The rape. Yeah, some people will quickly jump on the bandwagon and say, yes, it must be it. But what do we truly know? Human sexuality always complicated. All the same, I'm sorry, Tef. I know it's a long time, but I have to still say sorry. I'm terribly sorry. I'm deeply sorry for what happened to you. Let's move on then. Tef, in overall, how are you dealing with everything that's going on? How have you been able to maintain your balance and sanity? Please tell us.
Trust me, it has not been easy, conforming, and then having to conform to the society, having to balance your spiritual life with with your sexuality.
True.
Lots of
True.
things, your family members, having to balance
everything
pleasing your
together,
family
yeah.
members and loving yourself. It's not been easy. It's not been easy at all. This same issue of sexuality has deprived me from certain things, some things that would have actually helped my career, my life. So it's not been easy, but I just thank God for the kind of person that God created me. I have a very strong, never say die attitude. So I will not give up. I will keep fighting. I won't say I'm not an activist, but I just believe.
I wish you would continue with that. I am truly sorry for everything that's happened to you again. I'm just, I don't know what to say right now. But my apologies, please. I'm truly sorry for everything that's happened in your life. I hope you find the strength that you need to stay strong, to stay true to yourself, and just. Okay, Tef. In conclusion to this, what is your overall advice for people who may have gone through the same experience? And of course, how can they prevent what happened to you from actually happening to them?
So, lastly, I just wish some people learn from my lesson, because I know there are lots of, sport kids out there, they are idle, jobless, they want to experiment and all of that. And what I would just say is that, be yourself, but, be disciplined. Be disciplined. That's the key word, discipline.
Discipline.
Life, everything in life, even it's one thing to be successful, it's one thing to remain successful. For you to remain successful, you have to be disciplined in your actions, in everything you do. Just be disciplined. I was very, very indisciplined, as in I had no control of myself, and I think all those little things added together became a challenge for me in my future. But now I've learned from those things, and I'm now more disciplined.
Thank you so much, Tef, for that piece of advice. Discipline here is the key word. Discipline. I have to say it like that. We've actually come to the end of the show. I'm so happy that you found the time to stay through. Tef, I want to say a big thank you. Thank you so much for doing this. Thank you, I really do appreciate. Now, No Strings is for everyone. You can't come in No Strings. You can talk to me about whatever issues. We can share it on No Strings. So if you have a story or something you want to talk about, you can send your emails to info@nostringspodcast.zeroface.us, or you can tweet at me using @nspodcast1. Tef is trying to do something good. He has a breeding project called Clam Go Outreach. It's still in the works, but he started something. It will deal with helping homeless people who live under the bridge in Lagos find shelter and provide suitable and comfortable environment for them to stay. Thank you so much, Tef, for doing that. That's the end for this week. I'll see you again next week. Stay good. Until then, bye-bye.
This is a No Strings, Nigeria's first LGBT